Welcome to the Weekday Report for Friday, March 7th. I'm Tracy Pelishek. Here's a brief look at the news. There was a terrible crash on Highway 45 Thursday afternoon with the Toyota Camry plowing into and under a school bus that was stopped south of Highway 142. The 35-year-old driver, Sean Huden, was flown by helicopter to Frederick Hospital. As of this morning, he was in critical but stable condition. Frigid weather and civil unrest between Russia and Ukraine have driven crude oil prices up and sent gas prices skyward. Experts say prices may continue rising before they start falling near the end of the month. The average price for gas is $3.66 a gallon here. That's 7 cents higher than the Wisconsin average and 19 cents higher than the national average. A state Senate committee voted unanimously Thursday in favor of a bill that would require outside investigations of police shootings. That's the bill long championed by Kenosha resident Michael Bell. The Assembly voted last month to pass the bill known as AB 409. The full Senate vote could come by March 18th. The Kenosha Fire Department is reminding property owners to shovel around fire hydrants. For the last 2 fires, firefighters have had to look for cleared hydrants. The acting assistant division chief of the department's Fire Prevention Bureau has these suggestions.
If you can clear a hydrant out like the one is behind me, at minimum of 36 inches in all directions, it would be helpful for any fire department, just not the Kenosha Fire Department. Most people shovel from the sidewalk to the fire hydrant. That's helpful for a person that's looking at it from the sidewalk, but it's not very helpful for firefighters. We need for you to shovel from the curb to the fire hydrant and keep the open area around the street. So it's easier for us to identify fire hydrants and hook up to them quicker and eventually put the fire out quicker also.
Carthage College men donned high heels Thursday night for a Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event. They were raising money and awareness of sexual violence. The History Center is about to reopen. Here's Diane Giles to tell us why it was closed and when it'll be open again.
We're at the Kenosha History Center today, where it's nice and warm. But if you had been here on Wednesday, you would have been seeing my breath as we speak. The furnace went out way back on February 5th, and the History Center had been closed every day since then, waiting on parts to fix it.
Well, actually, I came in on February 5th, and the temperature in this room that we're standing in was 34 degrees. And so I adjusted the system to see what was the problem, and we had no system.
Well, the parts came in this week, and soon it'll be back to normal here.
Part of the problem is that we've been closed now for a month, so everything is filthy. And by starting up the systems itself, it blew all kinds of dirt and dust also through the system itself. So the cars that we're looking at here in the gallery are full of dirt itself. Our floors are absolutely filthy. All of our doors are filthy. Tomorrow we'll be washing all of these floors 3 times to get all the dirt out of them itself. And I'm going to be in here on Saturday and Sunday getting us all ready.
The museum plans on opening on Tuesday, March 11th. So you come back and see all the great things here. This is Diane Giles reporting for the Kenosha News.
What's trending today? Wisconsin unveiled a new tourism ad earlier this week featuring actor Robert Hayes along with NBA great and former Milwaukee Bucks star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Of course, it celebrates the many reasons folks should visit. What do you like best about living in Wisconsin? Tell us on Facebook. Up next is Terry Flores with Voices on the Street.
Spring, just a few weeks away, Voices on the Street went to the University of Wisconsin Parkside to ask students where they'd be spending their spring break, and here's what they had to say.
I will be spending my spring break in Ohio visiting my brother.
For spring break, I'm going to go to Erie, Pennsylvania to visit my grandmother and my little brothers and my aunts and uncles up there.
I'm going to be in Florida in the Villages to visit my grandparents, and I'm going down there with my family March 21st.
For the Kenosha News, this is Terry Flores.
Thanks, Terry. Now here's a look at what we're working on today. Diane Giles has a faith-page story on the new minister at St. John's Church in Slade's Corners. And our Sunday Choice is on the many ways law enforcement is using social media. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Tracy Pelishek with the Weekday Report.